welcome back to Stone Cottage Studios. Joining us today is JoAnna James for an artist session. JoAnna, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I am just such a fan of yours, not just your music, but like you as a person. And yeah, I'm just so excited to have you into the studio.
I'm so happy to be here because you know I'm a huge fan of Stone Cottage and you and Jamie and all the things you all do here. So.
Well, I just love when things in life just like happen to align, you know, and things aren't for chance, you know, or for circumstance. So I think it happens that way. Yeah. What are some of the music and some of the songs that you're going to be playing for us today?
So today I'm going to be playing a few off the new record. One is called Someday and one is called Midnight Moon. And they're both songs of grief. And the other song is called Molasses, and it's a really old song. I wrote it in the early 2000s, and it's a song about how to kind of process grief, how it feels, and the act of singing it kind of helps it get through, which is kind of what I love about it. What
is the name of the new project or new album?
New album is called Walk with the Night.
Amazing. Do you have a time or a date when that's coming out, or is it already out now?
Just came out in April.
So exciting.
It's digital only. Maybe someday it'll be on vinyl. But for now, it's just online.
If it does come on vinyl, let me know.
Okay.
Add it to the collection.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, processing grief is interesting because it's so different for everyone, you know? So different for everyone.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah.
It kind of just has its way with you and will come out of nowhere and will just be very dynamic. It just has so many colors to it. And it's the thing that the more you try to ignore, as Morrissey says, the more you ignore me, the closer I get. Yeah. And it really does. And I had this analogy going for a while where I said grief was a little bit like a Twinkie because you can store it away somewhere for like years. And then but it's never going anywhere. It's never disintegrating. And then the minute you find it, you open it up and it's as fresh as the day you put it there.
Oh,
it has its own
that is
kind
a good
of
analogy.
Universe. So.
Oh, yeah. Because it's so easy. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just internalizing. You know, everyone has grief, and that's what's so interesting. Is like it's wild that we go throughout our days and we interact with so many humans and so many souls, and like everyone is processing, you know, or running away from processing and leaving the Twinkie in the closet. You know, that's happened to me before too. Probably still happening.
You and everybody else.
Yeah, right. I think like for me is like hoping that there's always something to learn, you know, in life. And I think especially from our hardest moments, like that's where I've found some of my, I guess you could say, greatest truths, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. People always want to sign up for love, right? Because they think, oh, it's all rainbows and unicorns. But the thing nobody tells you is you can't ever get away from the loss that's the other side of it.
Yeah.
And they're inextricably linked. You can't have one without the other.
An integral part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what's so beautiful, and that's the experience that we get to have, right? Yeah, which
is why it's risky to love so hard, right? Because you risk losing a lot more. And that's why people do avoid and stay closed off. And but I don't know, I've played my version of that game, and I've played my version of loving really hard. And if I had to pick one, I'd always say love as much as you can.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And yeah, it's a process for all of us too, you know, for sure. We're going deep, JoAnna. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much I could say. Amazing. Yes. Tell us a little bit about your music journey and kind of what first got you inspired in music and filled your soul.
Good question. I would say there are many little, landmarks along the way, but the filling the soul bit, I'd say that probably started when I watched Nirvana Unplugged, actually, on MTV back in those days.
Wow.
And I just remember being transfixed watching this concert, and I got the tablature guitar book, and I learned all the songs and started playing them, and that was when I kind of understood the whole sort of package of performing and songwriting and like an audience interaction all in one.
Yeah.
And then I guess prior to that, I mean, I'm lucky my mom listened to like light classics on the radio, and there was such good stuff like Carole King, and she listened to lots of Patsy Cline and Bonnie Raitt and Otis Redding, and I just remember just feeling totally mesmerized when I was little, listening to those songs, and I could just listen to them over and over and over and over again.
Was your mom or dad a musician
No.
as well? No?
No, nobody in my family is. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think I was going to be a singer. I had my heart set on just playing guitar, and I'd listen to Jimi Hendrix, and I'd want to be like the next female Jimi Hendrix or something.
Sure.
And then one day my mom just said, "Have you ever tried singing?" I said, "No," because I was shy, And she said, "Why don't you try it?" I said, "No." She goes, "Do it." She just kind of pressed me enough, and I tried, and it kind of just the rest was history. So
That's beautiful.
it's really funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I grew up both. My dad is a musician, and then my mom on the other side is like, she's beautiful. She loves to try and sing, but she's like kind of tone deaf. And my sister grew up always singing, and I was the child. They're like, "Oh, I guess you got mom's genes." I could never sing as a kid, and having this process of starting to just like, I think there's this one quote. It was like, if you can talk, you can sing, and if you can walk, you can dance.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could quote whoever said that, but it's so true. And I think with both of those things we've talked about before, is like, it just takes this vulnerability, it takes this moment of being able to feel like you just like crack your chest open and just like let your heart out to like be seen and heard and like felt. Mm-hmm. And if you can accept that, it's possible for anyone,
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole point of it. It's can you embody it? And I've been doing this a long time, and I'm just starting to understand what that means.
Yeah.
I'm just starting. So it's been interesting because you think the scary part is like what other people will think.
Sure.
The scariest part is like, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been cool to be in a moment where it's like feeling more and more willing and able to do that. So.
Yeah. Well, it's so beautiful, and that's what this is all supporting, is that feeling, and like being, a young girl, and like seeing Kurt Cobain in the Unplugged, like he didn't care in that moment. He was letting it all out, all out. I have that on vinyl as well, and I love it. I listen to it. It's so good. The Beyond the Pines song, in the Pines, like My Girl, that old tune.
Yep.
Crazy. Well,
That's
JoAnna,
like raw.
it's so raw. It's so raw. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I'm so grateful to record and listen to some of your music and hear and share it with our platform. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing all you do.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone tuning in to Stone Cottage Studios and helping support musicians and art and, this deeper feeling that we all feel. That's what this is all for. So thank you for liking and subscribing, and I'll hand it over to you, JoAnna.
Thank you. You were mine
You were the sun on my back, first thing in the morning, the way you sung me to sleep, so late in the evening, never thought I'd wake up to find you gone. We were two birds on a tightrope, stretched across a lilac sky, a silhouette cut out in perfect light. You drained all of the color when you flew away. Now I'm just a crow on a wire, black on gray. What's it like up there behind the midnight moon? Are you keeping warm? Is anybody there with you? Can you see me down here in this mess of blue, searching for your face among the stars? We were two birds on a tightrope, stretched across a lilac sky, a silhouette cut out in perfect light. You drained all of the color when you flew away. I'm just a crow on a wire, oh, black on gray. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We were two birds on a tightrope, stretched across a lilac sky, a silhouette cut out in perfect light. You drained all of the color when you flew away. Now I'm just a crow on a wire, oh, black on gray. Now I'm just a crow on a wire, black on gray. All I can do is pray that someday, that someday, that someday this won't kill. And all I can do is wait for this ache, for this ache, for this ache to be still. As I And all I can do is pray that someday, this won't kill. Molasses, feeling my bones, molasses, choking my tears, you're coating up my lungs and you're soaking down my throat. I said molasses, you're stuck in my soul. Oh, molasses, drowning my ears, flooding my spine. You're creeping through my ribs and you're sneaking through my veins. I said molasses, you're stuck in my soul. I got a heavy, heavy heart. Please, Lord, I'm begging you, just let me pour it out. Before molasses becomes my blood. Oh, molasses, squeezing my skull, locking my jaw. You're killing most my will. I said you're smoking most my hope. Come on, molasses, you're stuck in my soul. I got a heavy, heavy heart. you're killing most my will. I said, yeah, you're smoking most my hope. Come on, molasses, you're stuck. I said, molasses, you're stuck. Love of my life, born in July, with your summer skin and your little kid grin and your midnight eyes, they light me up inside. Love of my remember those nights we would just stay outside with our backs on the lawn. We would talk on and on about our future then, maybe even children. What I'd give guess I'm lucky just to feel you're so lucky just to feel for you the way I do. You brought your rosary with you to the army. You'd write me letters every day just to tell me how you'd pray to Mother Mary to take care of me and little Marcy. Well, she looks like you, and she laughs like you. She got the strongest little love